morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice Radio. So today we've got more news about a wonderful, well, I want to say new product. But new product is definitely not the way to put it, ladies and gentlemen. So I suppose I've got wonderful news about an old product, but one that I think we should all be getting a little bit excited about. I am talking, of course, about the Galarian Rapidash V-Box, although using the phrase of course is probably a little bit dumb, frankly. Hey-ho. Now, essentially what's going on here is that the Galarian Rapidash box is coming out, and, well, it's been out for a while, I suppose. It's been out for a while. But it's just turned out to be so much better than it was before. And it's worth pointing out, like, before we get into the differences here, the Galarian Rapidash V-Box is still a very cool promo. Like, it is an exclusive promo. Now, well, okay, it's one of those that's kind of an exclusive promo, I suppose, is the best way to put it. Because Galarian Rapidash, the regular version, was never actually put into a set. It remains an exclusive here. Although it is worth pointing out that in Chilling Reign we did get the full art and the special art rares, which, to be fair, they are stunning. I mean, the special art of this card is absolutely phenomenal, but obviously it's from Chilling Reign, which is a slightly older set here. I mean, we're talking 8 sets ago at this stage, and the pull rates on, you know, the full art and especially the special art are not exactly huge, and this is a very, very cool card. There was a period of time where everybody was, like, legitimately trying to make this into a really good card that could do some damage in the metagame. Not 2 energy, 60 plus 30 more for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. That was fine, but it was a bit weak. But it was 2 colorless energy, put damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon until its remaining HP is 100. So it basically let you use this basic to bring anything down into range of almost anything. So you're kind of getting a 2-hit KO, but you're doing it with a basic Pokemon and then presumably a single prize Pokemon onto, you know, at the time we had VMAXs, so what could have been a free prize Pokemon. It's a cool card. Never, unfortunately, ended up seeing a huge amount of success, which makes me sad. But I know that I played around with this card. And I know that a bunch of you did as well, because my Twitter is just completely full of Pokemon TCG. I see all the silly decks you're all cooking up all the time. And I know that this one was, well, it's one that saw a lot of love. But when it came out, it was, I think, disappointing is a way to put it. I mean, you can see on the screen here, we got Battle Styles at the front, and I mean, Battle Styles is up there with Rebel Clash as the most disappointing sets, or the cheapest sets, in the Sword and Shield era. For what it's worth, I actually really like Battle Styles. I think it's a really good set with a bunch of really cool stuff in, but I understand why it wasn't more popular as a set. It didn't have a huge amount of money cards in, and I get it. It's just a little bit sad to me. Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a new pack configuration, which is awesome. We got ourselves 2 packs of Evolving Skies, which we'll talk about it more in a moment, but just to be clear, when the way that I said Battle Styles is like the worst, or probably the second worst, of the sets, or least desirable maybe, of the sets in the 12 that make up the Sword and Shield block, Evolving Skies is number 1, and it's not really even remotely controversial. Anyone that's been following the game closely will know that Evolving Skies is number 1, so you get 2 packs of that. That's amazing. We've then got a pack of Cosmic Eclipse, which is brilliant, because Cosmic Eclipse is maybe the best of the Sun and Moon era cards, which is awesome. And then a pack of Vivid Voltage, and look, we don't need to spend much time on Vivid Voltage, right? I've told you this before, the deal with Vivid Voltage is really simple. Have you pulled the Rainbow Pikachu? If you pull the Rainbow Pikachu, that's amazing. It's one of the best cards in the Sword and Shield era. It's really good. Everybody loves it, and this is a card which I feel very, very confident is going to hold its value and keep increasing in value as time goes by. The Pikachu VMAX is always going to be a very cool card. If you don't pull the Gold Pikachu VMAX, it's not good, ladies and gentlemen. It's really not good. Like, the second best card in the set in terms of value is your full art Pikachu V, which is something like a $15 card or something ridiculous. It's it's not exactly a huge card. If you want Pikachu V, the full art version of it, just go and buy a single, because it's really cheap to go and buy a single of it. So yeah, Vivid Voltage, it's fine. But here, we get 2 packs of Evolving Skies and 1 pack of Cosmic Eclipse, and that makes a huge difference. Now, like I've said, Evolving Skies is the best set in the Sword and Shield era, and there really isn't a huge amount of competition. Like, it's number 1, but it's number 1 by a fairly wide margin. Like, obviously, you've got the Moonbryon, the special art rare of the Umbreon, which incidentally is the number 1 card in the Sword and Shield era. Like, of all the cards that you can pull from any of the 12 Sword and Shield sets, this is number 1, and again, it isn't particularly close. Like, if you can pick up this for $500, you've probably done pretty well. Other cards are really struggling to hit like $300. This is, by a fairly wide margin, the best one. And like I've said, $500 is a good price. Honestly, most of the time we'll be paying $600 plus. But then you've got the other evolutions. You know, your Leafeon's about $160, your Glaceon's about $140, your Sylveon's about $130. And then let's not forget you've got Rayquaza, which is like, I don't know, $250, something along those lines. And even when you get past there, you've got Dragonite that's like $100, Umbreon that's about $90, Rayquaza that's about $90, Espeon that's about $70. This is a set which is absolutely overflowing with ridiculously good cards. It is, I mean, I keep saying it, it is the best set. Of all of the Sword and Shield sets around, it is the best among them, and that's kind of awesome. Getting 2 packs of that is great, because if we go over to eBay right now, and, you know, we did this the other day, but let's check in again on, you know, a booster pack of Evolving Skies, see how much we're paying at the moment. Yeah, you're paying like $8.50 for a booster pack of Evolving Skies. Like, this is about the going rate for a booster pack of Evolving Skies. And, you know, you can see here that 19 plus have sold. There are a bunch of others that are around about the $8.50 mark. I'm just not going into it. It's an $8.50 pack. Now, considering the box retails for $18, that means that by the time you got your 2 Evolving Skies packs, you're golden. But then you get to Cosmic Eclipse, and while we're looking at eBay prices, we might as well just, you know, have a look at Cosmic Eclipse while we're here. And a booster pack of Cosmic Eclipse, you're talking nearer to like $15. Here's 3 in a row. One for $12.70, one for $15, and then a set of the 4 artworks for $60, which works out at $15 each. So you're talking about $15 for a pack of Cosmic Eclipse. So, okay, fine, the Vivid Voltage might not be terribly exciting, I grant you, but that doesn't really mean anything when the Cosmic Eclipse is basically worth the price of a box, and the 2 Evolving Skies is basically worth the price of a box, and then you get all of this as well. It's just great. In terms of Cosmic Eclipse, you've got the Full Art Rosa, that's about a $250 card. You've got the alternate art of ADP, which is about $200. The alternate art of Solgaleo and Lunala, which is about $170. The full art Cynthia and Caitlin's about $140. Full art Lily's Full Force is about $130. Blastoise and Piplup's about $120. I could keep going, but every time I say a card, I have to then, when I'm editing this video, put the card image in. And when I list out loads of cards in quick succession, that's just a lot of work for me. But more importantly, I think I've proved my point. This is another set which has just got, and I haven't named every good card from this set, let's be clear. There are plenty of other very, very cool cards from this set. And the thing is, I showed you this box not that long ago, well, a little while ago. The lovely Pokegirl Lauren showed this popping up in the UK, although I should say this time round we're in the US. And last time it showed up with 2 Vivid Voltage, 1 Evolving Skies, 1 Cosmic Eclipse. Well, it's now shown up in the US, not the UK, except apparently we've swapped a pack of Vivid Voltage for a pack of Evolving Skies, and I think by now I've explained well enough that you guys should know that is a very good trade you should all be willing to make. And let's not forget, it was just the other day I showed you the Orbeetle V-Box, which had the same pack configuration as the one we're seeing here. That is to say, 2 Evolving Skies, 1 Cosmic Eclipse, and 1 Vivid Voltage. Could there be more out there? I don't know is the honest answer. But I told you to look out for Orbeetle the other day. Now I'm telling you to look out for Galarian Rapidash. It was spotted in the UK a few months ago. It's now been spotted in the US, but now it's apparently even better. Although it's pretty gosh darn good to begin with, let's be honest with you. And this is happening a bit lately. But I need to give you the same warning I've given you before. It is not going to last. Cosmic Eclipse is a phenomenal set that everybody loves. But it was Sun and Moon 12. We have had 14 main sets, 12 Sword and Shield, 2 Scarlet and Violet, since this launch. This launched in September 2019. It's almost 4 years old. It is wonderful that Cosmic Eclipse is still popping up in products here and there. It's brilliant and wonderful and lovely, and I love it. Don't expect this to last forever. If you want to be picking up stuff like Cosmic Eclipse, you need to be picking up these boxes when you see them. Time is running out. And my usual warning here, this is really, really important. If you're buying these online, don't just blindly buy a bunch of them if you want a bunch of them. Order one to see what packs they have, and then order more if they're the right packs. Or if you think you can trust the shop, message them and ask. But some unscrupulous shops may not have noticed how cool the packs are until someone alerts them and then they raise the price, and that's mean, but I've seen too many shops do it in the past, so just be aware of that. For now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to know what you think about this. I want to know how excited you are. I want to know anything you want to tell me, so let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at @LeWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and card games and Pokemon card games, all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, and all kinds of fun things. And get shoutouts on the channel like the lovely William Shaw, who's been a supporter of ours for a while now and seems to be a very lovely person indeed. So shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.